What is good, guys? A little bit of a different video here. Yes, I'm vertical. Um, Ignore the pizza boxes. We just got pizza. So somebody was asking me how to do the hair on this, and you didn't hear that or see that. I put my arm down on the little box here with the brushes and all my paints. Anyways, somebody was asking me how to do the hair, and I thought just to show a little video. It's not going to be a detailed video because I've already done it so many times that I have like product in the hair and I don't want to keep messing it up. But I thought I'd show what I mix in here and what I've been doing. It's very simple, especially for Beetlejuice. I do have a video coming of how I done the Ledger Joker because I've done it a couple times since I've gotten it, and I actually did it recently on the purple coat version, and I'll go into detail with that on another video. Why the hair came the hair came perfect out of the box, right? For the purple coat Joker, but as I was inspecting it, I noticed there were so much clumps of product, and if you go back and watch Ledger and The Dark Knight, he has very fine individual pieces of strands of hair. So I kind of brushed out some of the very lightly with a tiny, tiny, tiny light brush. Some of the product, re-wetted it, used the product in there that I mixed with this, and I put something over the head, put it in front of a fan for like overnight, and took what I had on top of his head, holding it down, and it wasn't really holding it down. It was something I had made that was to go over certain parts of the hair, to push it back on one side and then part it to another side, and the fan was to basically kind of harden the product that was in the hair. And I took it off, and man, it looks perfect. But to get back to Beetlejuice here, some cool guy was asking me how to do it. It's super simple if this focuses. So this right here, you can just get any little paint brushes on Amazon. I got a little kit a long time ago. I think it was like 19 bucks. You don't need to get the whole kit. I got the whole kit because I was painting for a little while and stuff like that. Get a little thing of water. I use purified bottled water just to be safe, but a little bit of water. I do like 2 or 3 spray. Don't look at my nails again. God, I gotta cut my nails. I say that every single time. I did just cut my nails actually last week, and they're already long again. So do about 2 to 3 squirts of hairspray in the water, kind of mix it up, and then I use a little small dab of gel. And then I mix that up. You don't want the whole hair sopping wet, right? You can with him because it's so easy to do. But what I was doing, I don't have my pot with me. This is all kind of hard and stylized. It looks like it's wet right there. It's not. It's the product that's in it. So basically, what you do is just brushing it on. Brush it in little strands to make it look wet like that. Then just go behind the part that you just did. The whole point of this is trying to get everything to look wet, right? If you go back, and the hair comes out of the box way too poofy, blonde, stuff like that. And it's not perfect what I'm doing, but it looks a hell of a lot better than what happens out of the box from Sideshow. I mean, it's mass produced. It's good enough. So as you do all this, see how it looks wet right now? When that with that product in there, it actually, just like you have in your normal hair, after a few hours, I do this overnight, right? I leave this out underneath the fan. When I mean a fan, you don't have to put it in front of a blowing fan for crazy amount of hours and on the highest speed, but I kind of left mine out in the open where a fan kind of rotates back and forth, and it literally just gives it like a nice shape. Now what I did notice, and I did this before, so this was all done before. The top part is the same. It's been the same. It hasn't been messed up. What you can do, if you don't have a paintbrush, or oh my god, focus, bro. If you don't have a paintbrush or anything like that, you can still dab your fingers and squeeze the strands of hair that you want and twist it. And then you can just mess it up. Just look at any kind of scene you want, and it really does make him look a hell of a lot better. He really does. I mean, it makes it look a little darker, like it's supposed to. It still has some of that greenish, you know, yellow tint to it. But if you go back and look at the unboxing, it's completely, I don't know if I did an unboxing. I think I did. I don't know if I uploaded it. But the first little video I did, the hair was just, maybe I didn't upload it now that I think about it. I'll have to look. I know I have it on Instagram. I'll have to post it. Even if I can't find it, you can just look at any Beetlejuice unboxing, and it basically shows how the hair looks out of the box, and it's kind of horrendous. Now I'm going to go from, now check this out. See, look, that right there has been stylized, and that's been like that for 2-3 weeks, hard like that. Now if I was to take my fingers and keep brushing it, the product would come out just like you do with your real hair. But you can still, if you don't want to mix more product, again, all you have to do is get a paintbrush, get a little spray bottle. If you don't have a paintbrush, spritz it, and then just kind of work your fingers through there and kind of get it messy, individual kind of strands. It looks wet, but it's not. It's just the product that's in there. But that's my point, though. Like, that was a month ago, and he still looks pretty good. I didn't want to go in detail and show like the top part because I was really happy how the top part turned out. Actually, I think the video I showed before, the top had almost like a Sonic the Hedgehog. They were too twisted up. I did that for a reason. I twisted it up, left it for a day or two with that fan I told you about, and then I, kind of just broke it apart with my fingers, or was it my fingers, or no, it was another paintbrush. It was this one right here. Sorry, I've been working all day. I was very unprepared. I had to wash my car. It's this little guy right here. You can see the hair on there. And that's going to be normal. You're going to get, as you go through it when it's dry or even when it's wet, you're going to get strands of these off. They're not actually needled into the sculpt, guys. It's just glued down. Even Hot Toys does the same thing. You can maybe go to a custom person. They may do it individually, each strand. It doesn't happen much. I'm not saying it's not possible. People do it. But my rooted Jokers that I got custom made, that's some of the best hair I've ever seen on a figure. After you stylize it and root it, to this day it still looks wet. And you can see that it's glued down. It's not, it's not the end of the world. Even that flakes off a little bit. The more you mess with it, you're going to have little pieces coming off every now and then. But that's why I'm saying, just take your time. Don't dump a whole thing of water on it. Don't take the bottle and spritz it. You can make it wet like that, and you can take your finger and just dip it in there and work through it. That's the thing about Beetlejuice's hair. It's so messy anyways. If you feel you messed it up, don't worry. You can literally just take the hand and go back and keep shaping it. As long as you have product in it, it will harden. Now, I don't believe they have any product from Sideshow to begin with, because I actually tested that theory. I did this with just water at one time. And same thing with the fan, and it just went back to normal. As soon as I put a little bit of gel and hairspray in there, I'm not going to run to the bathroom and show you what kind of gel and hairspray I use. It's just Guy's gel, simple little, I think it was the mild or hard style gel. It's just a white clear gel. And then my wife's hairspray. You could have probably just done one or the other. I wanted to do both, and I didn't. I just did a little bit of each. If this wasn't good enough help, I apologize. I usually have my pods, from my phone kind of hanging out here in the living room, and that way I can do a detailed video. I can mess around with both my hands. But I got a lot going on here, and I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it's 8 now, and I'm in Florida, and it feels like it's 12 o'clock, but I've been at work since 4. I've been up since 3:15. But yeah, just pick a scene. If you don't want to go for any kind of scene, because it is kind of hard, just as long as you get that wet look, man. The guy that was asking me, as long as you see how the strands are on the top right there, all those, hold on. All of this right here on the top of the head is how it looks wet. That is from the gel and hairspray. Now, I didn't do that the whole way over, or on the whole head, because I wanted it to have a little bit of a natural look. I didn't want his whole head to be looking like it was wet, like he was sweating. So I did individual pieces with the product in the water, let it dry, and that's what we got there. The only thing I didn't do was the sides down here. I just kind of brushed them on my finger. But the one I just did here, I just showed you. I put a little bit of product in there. See how that's more of a flattened down here versus here? There's no product in that spot. I did that purposely on to begin with. I just kind of tucked it behind his collar. But if I wanted to, I can fix that side in a minute, and it would be identical to that. So that just kind of shows you just a little easy paintbrush, a little bit of product, a little bit of water, 15, 20 minutes, and not even that. Just take your time with it. It's very, very simple. The Ledger one is a little bit more of a pain in the ass, I'll be honest with you. I'm going to end this on that. I know this is a Sideshow figure, but the Hot Toys, I only have those 2 figures, right? The hair came out good on mine, thank goodness, because I have seen some that are so green, some that are so long, straight. I saw a guy that posted a video yesterday, and, you know, God bless him. His hair on his Joker, he loved it. I didn't say anything, but the hair was down. I couldn't believe it. It was down almost to the bottom of his shoulders. Ledger's hair was never that long in that film. It varied a couple different scenes. Like it's short in the jail cell, kind of like maybe right middle of his neck. And as the filming goes on, you know, it's not shot in any specific. Well, it's shot in different orders. So some of it was longer in scenes, some of it shorter. But not one time in that film was the hair ever past his shoulders like that. There's one video I saw, and that was the first video I saw that I'm like, God dang, I'm glad I didn't get that one. But a guy did do a video on, or he posted on Instagram. I'll have to get the guy's name and share it with you guys. I'll just post it if you want to hear it. Just let me know if you have the Hot Toys Artisan Joker. I think mine came pretty good after I messed with it for a little bit, and it came great out of the box. But I was inspecting it one day, and it just had, like I said, it had a lot of that glue in there, and or the product. It just looked gross. I knew it was there, so I just had to kind of go over it and mess with it for a little while, tinker with it. But there was a guy that had no other mods to it, didn't do anything, all he did was adjust and tweak the hair. And the damn thing looks like a custom figure now with that hair job. I saved it to my profile. Like for my wife and I's profile, I saved the picture in the account. I mean, that looks amazing what this guy did. Now, he was the first person I seen that actually did that great of a job with that hair. All he did was futz with the hair. He probably did something the same thing I did here with the Beetlejuice and the other Joker, but he probably took his sweet ass time. He said, you know, have patience, do it over and over. But man, I'm telling you, it looks fantastic. All right, buddy, I hope this helped you out a little bit. If it didn't, tell me what you don't understand, and I'll try and write it to you in the comments tomorrow. So, or if you don't understand, I'll do another video for you. Have a good night, my guys. Peace.